Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Rectification of Errors introduction I gave you. Today we'll see one problem. Just to focus seriously, before going to the problem, I told you to be thorough in the accounts like personal account, nominal account, real account, rules and regulations. How to pass the journal entry. If you know it very easy, simply you can pass the journal entries. Okay. So focus. First, I have taken here in this problem, today's problem, total 6 transactions are there. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 transactions. One by one we'll see. We must know for each and every transaction what is the true entry, what is the right entry, then what happened. According to that, we have to rectify. 3 steps. First step is what is the right entry for that transaction. Second one, identify the mistake. Third step, how to rectify it. Focus. First one is that cash paid to Ram. Cash paid to Ram, 520 posted to his account as 250. Cash paid to Ram posted to his account as 250 rupees. Cash paid to Ram means what is the journal entry? Ram is receiver. Ram's account attached to cash account is the journal entry, right? So I'll show you here journal entry. What do you write? Ram's account attached to cash account. This is the journal entry we'll write. How much is the amount? 520. Posted to his account as 250. It is actually 520. This is posted as 250. Posted as 250. Actual amount is how much? 520. Posted to his account as 250 they have taken. Actual amount is 520. Both the sides it should be 520. By mistake they have debited Ram with 250. Means under amount, undercasted. Original amount 520. But here it is written 250. Less, no? How much is less? 520 minus 250. It comes to 270. 270 is less. So 270 less in Ram's account. Let's debit Ram's account with 270 rupees only. Are you getting it? Ram's account should be 520, but we have written very less amount. How much? 250 only. Rest of the amount is not written. Let us write. So the entry date is not there, so I'll write it as a bit. Ram's account debtor how much we have to write? Actual amount is 520. We have written 250 only. How much is not written? 270. 270 will write. Credit side is okay, na? To cash 520. They did not say anything on the credit side. Only Ram's account is under written. Instead of 520, it is written 250. Credit side is okay. So what to write it on the credit side? We'll write suspense account. Remember, always in the rectification of errors, only one side it is wrong means the other side would be always suspense account. So Ram's account attached to suspense account. $270. This is the first journal entry. What do you write for this narration? Narration is being underwritten amount of 250 rectified. Being underwritten amount to Ram's account is rectified. Simple, you can write. You'll start with being and what happened that you write and rectified lastly. Very easy to write the narration. Next one. Sales daybook was undercast by 1000. Sales daybook was undercast. Sales daybook means what is the entry you'll write? Cash account attached to sales account. This is the journal entry. Cash account attached to sales account. How much is it? Is undercast by 1000. This side 1000 undercast. Undercast. Whenever it is undercast, we have to post it as it is. Means sales account is credited with 1000 only because it is undercast. It's not taken. We'll write it as it is. Now what to write it on the debit side? Debit side is okay. They did not say anything about debit side. What do we do? Suspense account, as I told you here, previous one. There also only Ram's account, there was a mistake. Other side it was okay. So suspense account. Here also only sales book was undercast. Sales book undercast means we'll write that. Same side. Wherever it is undercast means same side you will write. If it is overcast, the extra amount, to cancel that extra amount, we'll write it on the opposite side. Okay. Now sales book is undercast. How much? 1000. Same side we'll write. Credit side only. Debit side, what do you write? Instead of cash, we'll say suspense account. Clear? So BBIT, what is the entry? Suspense account. Data to sales account. 1000. Being undercast in sales book, rectified. Being undercast in sales book, rectified. Narration. Okay. Now let's focus on the third one. So this is over. You might be wondering, I'm using duster and no chatter pointer today. Now third one is purchase of stationery 200 entered in the purchase book. Please focus. Purchase of stationery. What is the entry? Purchase of stationery. Stationery account data to cash account is the journal entry. Okay. Stationery data to cash. This is the journal entry. How much it is? 200 rupees. Original entry is this. Purchase of stationery 200. This is the entry. Entered in the purchase book. Entered in the purchase book. Rather than stationery, they have written purchase book. Okay. Purchase book they have written. Now what to do? Stationery is to be debited, but by mistake they entered into the purchase book. This is not happened. Actually, as per the original, stationery should be debited. So not debited. We will debit now. Stationery account. Account debtor. What they have debited? Purchase account debited. This we have to cancel, isn't it? So how do we cancel it? By sending on the credit side. Purchase book is debited. So to cancel the debit of purchase book, we'll send that purchases to the credit side. Now here it comes to purchases account. How much is the amount? 200. Am I clear? First of all, I told you 3 steps. First one is identifying purchasing stationery. What is the entry? Stationery account data to cash account. This is the entry. What mistake they have done? Entered into the purchase book. Mistake is purchase book entered. Identified. Now rectifying. Purchase book is entered means purchase book we have to cancel. For cancellation, purchase book is sent to the credit side. It was debited. Sending to the credit side. Stationery is not written. We are writing stationery. Debit side. Okay. So stationery account data to purchase account. What is the narration? Being wrong debit given to purchase book rectified. Being wrong debit given to purchase account rectified. Now see the fourth one. Goods returned by Banu 1500. Goods returned by Banu. Banu is returning means what returns it is? Sales returns. Sales credit. Sales returns debit. So original entry is sales returns account. Account data to Banu. From whom we are getting it? Banu is returning. How much it is? 1500. Goods returned by Banu. This is the entry. Sales returns account data to Banu's account is the entry. Now this is entry. Banu 1500 posted to his account from return inwards book as 5100. In Banu's account, this amount is written as a 5100. Original amount is 1500 only, but in Banu's book we have written posted to his account from written inwards book as 5100. This is written in the Banu's book as 5100. Means extra amount is written, overcasted. Original amount 1500, but it is overcasted. How much it is? 5100. So whenever it is overcast, that extra amount means the difference between these two. The difference between these two means it comes to 3600. 3600. This is extra amount. Extra amount is to be transferred to the other side, means debit side. Overcast, no? So this extra amount is transferring to the debit side. So the entry will be debit Banu's account, debtor. Sales return book is okay. They did not say anything is wrong in the sales returns book. Only Banu's account is overcasted. Overcasted extra of 3600, that is transferring to the debit side. Now what to write it on the credit side? We have nothing to write. So we'll write the suspense account. How much? 3600. That extra amount only will write. Being overcasted amount to Banu's account rectified. Being overcasted in Banu's account rectified. Okay. Now fifth one. 500 rupees paid for new furniture was charged to office expenses. 500 rupees charge paid for new furniture. Whenever we are purchasing furniture, what is the entry? Furniture account attached to cash account, right? This is the entry. Furniture account attached to cash account. How much is the amount? 500 rupees. The original entry is this one. Was charged to office expenses. This is furniture is charged to office expenses. Furniture is not taken. Rather furniture they are writing office expenses. Furniture account is not written. What we have to do? We'll write EBIT. Furniture account debtor to, what to write it on the credit side? Here furniture account is not written, but debited to office expenses. Office expenses they have written. Office expenses which side? Debit side. We don't want office expenses. To cancel that, we'll send that office expenses debit to credit. Okay, to office expenses. Expenses account. How much it is? 500. Amount is okay, but rather than furniture, they have written office expenses. Furniture is not written, so we are writing office expenses. We don't write. We write it as a furniture purchased. Whenever furniture purchased, furniture account attached to cash account. Okay. So that furniture we have written office expenses, we don't write. So that is why office expenses we have cancelled by sending on the credit side. Clear? Next, last bit, F. Salary paid to Mr. X. Salary paid to Mr. X. What is the original entry? Salaries account attached to cash account. We never say to whom we have paid. Rent paid, salaries paid, commission paid, anything is paid except amount paid to so and so particular person. Then only we are going to debit that person. Now here salary is paid, rent paid, everything. Expenses will be debited. You know the entry. So salaries account attached to cash account is the entry. Salaries account attached to cash account. This is the original entry, right? Now what they are saying, salaries paid to Mr. X 500 rupees was debited to his personal account. Instead of salaries account, X account is debited. X account is here debited. Salaries account is not debited. What do? We'll debit the salaries account. So salaries account debtor to salaries account which is not debited, so we are debiting. By mistake, X account is debited. X we don't take as per the original enter salaries account data to cash. We don't take X. What to do with X? We'll cancel the X. How do we cancel it? Send him to the credit side. So to X account. How much is the amount? 500. The previous one also 500. No, okay. Being wrong debit given to X account rectified. Being wrong debit given to X account rectified. Simple. That's all. So these are the simple 6 journal entries. Understand the concept first. Journal entries, for that you need to know original entry properly. What is the original entry? Second step, what happened? What is the mistake? Now how do we rectify it? Like these two are same type of entries. Furniture account is not taken, but office expenses are debited. So furniture account which is not taken, we have taken. Office expenses by mistake they have taken, cancelling that office expenses sent to the credit side. This is also same way. Like each and every transaction, you have to be very clearly understand it. Then after that, pass the journal entry. 2 times, 3 times you check it out whether I passed properly or not. And reading the question is very important. Slowly, like purchase of stationery 200 rupees. Up to here, one transaction, original transaction. Purchase of stationery. What is the original entry? Stationery account attached to cash account. What happened? Entered in the purchase book. Stationery account attached to cash, but entered into the purchase book. Mistake is purchase book debited. That is the mistake. Now what to do? Both the cases understand. Take the rectification of entry. Clear? Screenshot? Yes. Do one thing. Take the same problem. Don't look at the board and you try by yourself. Let me know how many of you are getting it, how many of you are understanding it. Write it in the comment box. One more important thing, journal entry same pro forma you have to write. Date, particulars, LF, debit amount, credit amount, same pro forma. Am I clear? So see you in the next class. But prepare very well and be thorough in the general rules. Then after that only you will be able to understand. And of course check out the playlist. Many subjects already covered and prepare very well. Don't forget to share this video. Good luck.